Welcome to the Tippie Toe podcast. We got a special guest tonight. My dog been going crazy. Mr. Hood figure himself. Let him know who my guest is, my dog.
What's that? It's your big guy Gorilla Zoe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I appreciate you
live
coming
on
through,
the
dog.
Tippie Toe podcast.
We about to get nosy with it, man.
Let's go.
Man, I appreciate you for coming through, my dog. How you been, though?
Oh, I've been better and better. Well.
Okay, then. You feel me? I'm vibing you out tonight. Like, what kind of music you be making now for people that don't know?
You know what I'm saying? I had to take it back to the foundation, to the first blocks, the first bricks. You know what I'm saying? That it was built on. I had to take it back to the roots.
Okay,
so
then.
That's where I'm at right now. I don't try all kind of stuff. The Most High God allowed me to live some life. You know what I'm saying? But we got some messages to deliver and we got some work to do. So y'all know what we're doing.
Okay, then. And what about religion? Like, I don't know, you look like you deep in religion now.
I'm spiritual.
Okay, then. How your spiritual came about? How you came with that journey?
I was always spiritual. I just didn't know it.
Oh, okay then, bar. When did you realize when did you realize it though?
Realizing when you mature. Everybody gotta grow up someday.
Facts.
Hopefully, you get a chance to go through whatever you need to go through to grow up. And some people are raised in the light, in a way, and some of us are raised in pain. Pain, you break a muscle. That's the only way to build muscle. You gotta hurt. You gotta go through the working out. And why should it be any different from your brain or your spirit? In order for your spirit to grow, it gotta be broken. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the only way to break it, is through, trauma.
Facts. And like feel me, like when you was doing your music in the early ages, was this like were you not in touch with your spiritual vibe yet, or that's something?
I was. I just didn't know. I felt like I was by myself. So it wasn't really too many people I could talk to. Being that how when you jump off the porch early, you make certain decisions that are already really planned in your destiny. You in a line, you know what I'm saying, it's in you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, because that's what they did, the system, it broke links, you know what I'm saying, strategically and systematically. So it wasn't as easy to find yourself in someone else. So, the time that it takes a certain amount of time, for you to get to a certain place where you can see certain things. And that time span was drawn out because of that. And what I feel like we need to do, with love and with some sternness, is push the time in so it don't take as long. We don't have, because the longer I got you on the board, the more chances you got to take.
No, that's true. But with all the success, with your early, how you felt like you ain't had nobody to talk to though, like, cause
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
We'll go back. You bring me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was saying that because that's based on my perception, not the truth. Well, your truth is your truth.
Thanks.
Right. So my truth, you don't know what nobody else know, and I was, taught at a very young age, to just respect. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to overbear yourself on somebody, and you don't want to ask too many questions about nobody else. So if you and somebody, you got a friend, a partner, best friend, y'all match, you don't know why. You don't know why y'all close. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you respect it, and it's love, and it's code, and it's a brotherhood or sisterhood, or you know what I'm saying? And it didn't get that, that farther than that unless I ran into somebody that I could like. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really got to say too many words. If you got that, I didn't know what that was called. I didn't know what that was called, right? So, later on, those top tier type friends, 3 T's, top tier type friends, I never lost connection. It don't matter how, and you got those kind of those kind of friends, those kind of, you know, family members, cousins or whatever. When you got those, you don't got to talk every month. You ain't got, man. It don't never change. And when I was, it took you know, you go through different stages. You know what I'm saying? And you being guarded, if you don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you want to right now. You don't have to do it. Well, each generation did something that the next generation ain't got to do.
No, fine.
So, you know what I mean? I'm grateful for what I do know, though. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely take it personal. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my part. A lot is already done, but we still got to put the ball in the end zone.
Facts. So like when I hear Talk, it sound like that song. You know when you singing on that bit, I'm lost. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like I can hear you. Feel me?
I definitely was. But you know, that's that. Like, man, you know, that was just me kicking my truth. Like, man, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Because it was things happening I didn't understand. I thought it was personal. I took it personal. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it took years for our father to show why. Because, boy, it ain't just you, boy. Boy, you think you the only one. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be able to use this. You gonna go through that little pain. I'm gonna bless you for it. But get what? You gonna cry, and everybody gonna hear your cry. And that's gonna grab some lions. That's gonna grab some cubs. It's gonna grab my folks. So you know what I'm saying.
And at that time, was it more like label situation or family, personal stuff?
Oh, it was all. It all bleeds into each other. You know what I'm saying?
So everything just at one time, basically.
Well, what I do, indirectly can affect you from now on. After we do this, okay, them boy kick it like that, and I do some flaw. They gonna some flaw. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, what's up? What's up with old man? Thought home was solid.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So the music business affects your any business. As much as you try to say business is business, family, like, man, it affects it. You do your best to throw up walls, but yeah, being on the road affects the time that you're not at home, right? Family is what we do it for, right? We know what I'm saying. So, but they know that.
Yeah,
they know that. You know what I'm saying? And it was systems. It ain't personal. It's just when somebody builds a system, we the system builders. But somehow we lost it. But I got faith we're gonna get it back. But somebody built a system that served them. It didn't. I don't even know. I mean, you know, at some point in time, some folk probably say, you know what, them folk right there, man, we got to build little, you know what I'm saying, little bloopers, little speed bumps, you know what I'm saying. But for the most part, when people take over a system, when they come in and say, you know what, it's a nice business, but we want to scale it up.
Right.
They do that based on what they know, their point of view, and what the algorithm or the charts tell them. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna benefit them and the business. They ain't thinking about little homie that come over, you know what I'm saying, and clean the bathrooms and sweep up and mop, and he get his little $50, you know what I'm saying, drinking some hot wings, and he go buy his kid Pampers and pay his little bills, and he do that every day. But when they scale the business up, his wasn't accounted into the, you know, so he gone. But they don't give a damn. So we gotta stay, you know, who we is while we tearing down and rebuilding.
No, facts. And you know, with your success in the rap game, just was it hard trying to study at the same time that you was that
yeah,
buzz?
You couldn't. Yeah,
you couldn't. You feel me?
So
how that was like? You
it was a purpose. It was a purposeful whirlwind. A purposeful whirlwind. I was in the storm. I never got out the storm. You know what I'm saying? You taken care of in the storm, so you don't feel the storm. You in the eye of the storm. You in the eye. You know what I'm saying? You in the eye. I mean, you don't know nothing.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? You got folks that can dance in the rain. You got folks that the speed of the 360 don't affect them. You know what I'm saying? So when you not a hurricane different. A tornado is spinning.
Mm-hmm.
It's spinning. You get in that eye, it's quiet. You know what I'm saying? It's quiet. Somebody can pop out, give you this, pop. You don't know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? And you call it, man, the blunder. The blunder swirl too. Like they got you in the blunder, and if you ain't really, it's on you to if you didn't negotiate or hold no power, you can't wake up one morning and say, hey, I want some power. You know what I'm saying? Well, you ain't come with it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless and if you know that you got some power, you don't wake up one day and say, hey, I want some power.
Yeah.
You wake up one day with the power. You wake up one day and there ain't no argument. I see every drip drop. We use every piece of it.
No, facts. And when you was doing it like hard like that, was it fun to you or?
It was no. Well, you make the best out of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How you made it like, you feel me? You say like how you made it, find your best out of it then, at that time.
Building camaraderie with the brothers that was around me, learning. It was definitely like every you know what I'm saying, a journey. You know what I'm saying? Anytime that you growing up, staging up, you know, hey, I ain't never been to this city, or what's that food like, or who are these people, who's them girls, or why they wear that, and why you wear that color, or what's that for? You learning all that stuff. And you drinking and doing all the jit shit. Excuse my language, but you know, you doing all that you having fun, and people allowing it. The thing is, when you get to a certain stage, it ain't really cool having you know, you really can't have a mature child. Don't nobody want a strong, you know what I'm saying? Hey, home can cause some damage. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you gotta be careful how big you build your monster. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like, you know, I'm thankful for it. It was definitely fun. I met a lot of people, but this spin, because you know, I hit different countries, but this spin here, I'm taking it personal.
Okay then.
You know what I'm saying? I'm taking it, man, nothing left on the table. And I don't want that table. We built our own table. Flip that one over.
Mm-hmm. Nah, fine for you on that day. And then let's talk about like the early days of like growing up though. Like, was it both parents, single parents, and did you grow up into the religions? But like,
yeah, I grew up in church. Just like yes sir. My dad moved on when I was you know a younger child.
And how old that was?
9.
Okay, so you can say you was raised by a mother basically.
To a certain extent, she left when I was 6.
Left when you was 6?
Her and my dad, you know.
Yeah, they broke. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So she remarried, and then once he passed, I moved up the road from Griffin to the Point, and stayed with them for as long as it was allowed, and kind of like I knew it didn't match. You know what I'm saying?
At a young age, it didn't match.
Yeah. Like I was raised by home.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I got over here, these folk have like they living different. Like it's not in a bad way, it just ain't the ain't no rules over here.
So over there was rules.
Man, man, we running, we playing football, we running track. Yes ma'am, yes sir.
Yeah.
You bow your head.
Respect them.
Yeah, you bow your head to no man, no woman, but you yes sir and yes ma'am, everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You walk in the room, you speak, you know what I'm saying?
Say what's up.
Grown folk talking, you walk away. You know all those,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Real grown, yeah. Back
Ain't
in
nobody, the way
it's supposed to be.
Ain't nobody smoking in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not in his house. You know what I'm saying? Well, I went over there, man. It's a house party. Well, we ain't gotta run. Boy, I'm sick of running anyway. I hate track. As a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like you take that, like I ain't gotta do that. I can do what I want to do. Shit, what I'm gonna do? let's go out here and find out what to do.
Okay, then.
So that's but yeah, yeah, don't think you taking me back.
Yeah, man, I got to, man. We trying to get nosy with it, man.
Yeah.
You feel me? So when you think about it now, which one you think you like the best, the discipline, or just damn, I ain't gotta even run track no more? When you think about it now,
The discipline.
yeah.
I'm because you don't know how to discipline yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think I appreciate the discipline I'm learning now.
Okay then. Mm-hmm.
I appreciate the discipline I'm learning now. And you know, it wasn't gonna shake me because I've been through a lot already. So coming back and being disciplined was a shock. It was like, what's happening? But then, I see, I'm about to go through a discipline session because I got to get straight for what's happening. So taking 2 steps back to get a running start, I appreciate it. And it didn't take much because it was in me. It needed to be unlocked.
Okay then. No, that's facts right there. So not being so basically you wasn't born in Atlanta. You was born in.
I was born in things say San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
So
San Francisco?
Yeah.
On the West Coast?
Yeah.
Okay, how you migrated? Damn.
Yeah, I'm home. He was playing football out there and met my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know, you only know what folk tell you.
Yeah.
So he was playing football out there, met my mom, and they had me. And then, you know, after she had me, they moved back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She moved back here, and whatever it was a culture shock for her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it, you know. Hey.
No, fast. So like, how it was like when you moved to this side, like you say, like.
Oh, it was fast. It was moving from the country.
Yeah.
Them long gravel roads. You know what I'm saying? Like, folk, you know, it was way different. It wasn't too much. It was just different. The city. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? You got folks from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like in the country, like pretty much everybody is from that area.
Mm-hmm. So everybody know each other.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't know who, and you know what I'm saying? You don't know who these folks is, and they you know, some of the stuff that you taught in the country may not work.
Mm-hmm.
In the city, somebody say something wrong, do something wrong. You know, hey, sometimes it's eye for an eye, and that's what happens. But you know, you might get in some real trouble. You know what I'm saying? Hitting somebody back or doing, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of learning, it was a lot of learning for me. I went through some different schools.
Oh, how much? So you changed school a lot. Okay. Was that like parents moving or just?
No, it was me trying to figure them trying to figure out the right place for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely didn't understand the school system and zoning and, you know what I'm saying, none of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The difference between the street and the avenue, boulevard, and none of that. So
where you from? The country ain't had none of that. Though.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So you hey man, you don't belong at this school. We gonna put you on. I got to fight or something. Hey man, you got to get him out of here.
Yeah.
He got to go.
Mm-hmm.
He leaving prints on people's face. This man got to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I went. They sent me up to Sandy Springs. I stayed there for a year. Tri-City for a year and a half, and then I went to Job Corps when they got me a trade.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Now, how that was.
Growing up, hey.
What that trade was that you went for?
Culinary arts. I was too young to do brick masonry.
Mm-hmm.
I was too young to do brick masonry.
Well, what people don't know, what is that brick masonry? What that is?
I didn't take it. I couldn't give you a full.
Oh, okay.
A full
But that's
scope
what.
on it.
But why?
That was option.
That's what you had wanted to take, or that was something they threw out there.
No, I wanted. That's why all the big guys. You know what I'm saying? Because you had from 16 to 24, 25. Mm-hmm. So all the I guess now I would say all the men were doing brick masonry and welding. Yeah. Underwater welding. Mm-hmm. And you had to be 20, 24, 25 to do underwater welding, and like 21 to do welding. But you could do brick masonry at like 18 or 19 and carpentry at 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at, the tears of men going off and what they wearing. I'm like, the only thing I can do is be a CNA or culinary arts. I ain't wearing no scrub. So
You like that? We ain't doing that.
I ain't doing that. So I'd rather go figure out this cooking thing because I wasn't old enough to do carpentry, brick masonry, welding, underwater welding, and whatever else they had to offer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So did you end up graduating or got kicked out? Because I know a lot
I got a skill, but I ended up getting my skill, but I did. I got my skill before I got my GED. So I got my skill and then got kicked out.
Well, you got into it with somebody?
No, I didn't like being, everybody. When we played, it was on the basketball team, so, and you had breaks, so you can go off campus and do stuff. And I wanted to do some of the things that the rest of the fellas was doing. So I started, rolling little joints and selling them, and somebody told on me.
So what made you at that age, like what made you focus on like I needed to hustle? Like was it the money not coming fast enough at that time, or you seen you can make more
everybody else hustle
doing it? Yeah, so you like I'm about to hustle too.
I seen the whole doing everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm
so
learning
this like what everybody got to do. This what it is.
This
right?
is how you become a man.
Mm-hmm. That was going through your mind.
That's what's going through my mind. I'm following suit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if we slap box in the back, we slap box. If we whatever is
training
to learn,
because
you're trying to pull. What you're trying to do is you're trying to pull pieces and game to put in your repertoire.
That's facts.
Your portfolio. And I still do that. I'm always gonna be SpongeBob SquarePants. Always gonna be SpongeBob.
That real nice. So like, what happened? Did you say somebody
told on? We was out. We was in the basketball team was on the road, and they were drinking, smoking, and somebody got a little bit too twisted or something, and they told. And then we got back to the campus. They went through. Different people lockers. I ain't had none in my locker.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, they went through people locker. I ain't had none. I got rid of it. But they already knew. The ladies came in like, nah, we know you.
Yeah.
You got to go.
Yeah.
You pack your stuff up, get your paper, and get up. You got to get up out of there. I got back to the city. I got my GED when I came back.
So you got the GED. You feel me? Did you go still selling, or you end up quit selling weed at that time?
Oh, I was probably I was doing my own little thing for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Just it was just something that, that was just part. Even though you have a job, you have you know what I'm saying?
Side hustle.
Yeah. So I had a side hustle pretty much. Till I decided that I was gonna make music.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna get to that. Like, who were you listening to before you started making music, and who influenced you to make music?
I listened to everybody. Well, not everybody. I listened.
But at that time, at that age, who was your favorite artist that you like to listen to? Was they from down south? Were they from New York? Back then there was choices.
Down south, well, West Coast early.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
West Coast early, like as a child, West Coast, and it was like Too Short and Poison Clan, DJ Magic Mike, and it was different. It was between the South and the West Coast. I really didn't listen to too much. I didn't listen to New York music at all. I didn't like it, and I think it progressed into the Dr. Dre, the Snoop, of course, Good and Mob, Kilo, like the bass music. Yeah. I was into the bass music, you know what I'm saying? And then into the Southern route, which was more Dungeon Family. You know what I mean? Hard Boys. CMP. That the on count. It was if it was coming out of the South Atlanta.
You gave it a shot, you feel me?
Yeah, you gave it a shot. New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
New Orleans, Memphis, heavy Memphis.
3 6 my feeling, boy.
Yeah, heavy Memphis. All around Pimp, Skinny Pimp, Houston.
Scarface and them boy.
Yeah. All of that influenced me. I ain't say influence. All that helped me with my life. That was teaching me.
Yeah.
Those were my lesson teachers. That was my life lessons. You know what I'm saying?
You learned a lot from music.
I learned to this day. To this day, music. Now I know why. Music is a wave of frequency. It's a vibe.
No, facts. So what made you want to do music though at that early age though?
I didn't.
For you, what sparked it up for you? What made you picked up a pen or a freestyle, whatever? Like, what made you get in that booth?
Dude named Rick, Funk Shop. Between Rick, MC Toy, and John Boy. Yeah.
And were you freestyling that? Like, were you one of them guys that
We did a whole we had a group called Hoodlum Bastards. We did a whole tape.
But when you was at Job Corps, were you one of them guys that used to freestyle?
No.
So you was not even rapping at Job Corps yet. How you picked it up so easily though? What do you think it was just in you?
It's definitely in me. Yeah, it's in me. It ain't me. You know what I'm saying? It's a lineage. It's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Every real one before me and everyone that's coming after me, it's in us. We were innate. We were built with it. God made us like this. We made in the image. The more pressure, the more uncomfortable, the more your gifts unlock. Don't run from the pressure. I tell myself, well, we got to tell each other. You know what I'm saying? Hey, pressure.
Nah, fine.
Right? We looking for it at this stage. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna open up pieces of you that you don't know are there. Somebody else might know that there. Somebody else can. You see somebody meet a girl, young guys. You meet a girl and she's like, I see something in you. Don't not take that serious. And teachers, your coach say, I believe in you. I see it in you. Take it serious. It's hard to see something in yourself. It's hard to look in the mirror and see what somebody else see. You seeing a reflection. They can see you. Listen to what somebody tell you. If they got good intentions and they want something for you, if they tell you they see something in you, believe them. Go with it.
And at that time, who you had more telling you they see something in you at that time? Was it the friends, the two people you mentioned?
Yeah. Yep.
So now, you doing your thing. Like, before Hood Nigga, like, what another song you had, like, that had at least the area?
Bet you can't do it on the dick. That was a little strip club song we were running around. No, that was later. So, yeah, played in a couple strip clubs. Yes, sir.
So how did we gotta talk about it, 'cause let me tell you what happened, right? I'm in Florida, right? So I'm talking to this chick, right? She moved to the A. So she come back with a song. She just got that bitch on repeat, and then I started playing. She had a fast version though. We bought a block, and I'm like, and then like 2 years later, I see the video on BET. I'm like, bitch, that's that same song my homegirl.
That's
you
crazy.
feel me? So I'm like, dog. So talk to us how that magic got made. Like, who made the beat? How, like, where you was around? Like, how it got brought up to you? How you made it happen?
Man.
Cause you know that's when it went.
Yeah, he go to magic. He go to South. So I got Chris Flame produced it. It's my brother. Chris was like my little brother. Him and my little brother were running partners. They was like in the same grade. But Chris, he was like, he was when it came to like home was advanced. He was producing. He already had little beat machines and like he was interning for the radio. And already by the time like home took off running. Like, so he had like already been producing on like David Banner. I think he had did some stuff like on Luda album. Jay-Z, like, and home. He from the neighborhood. So, you know, I always seen him like, it was a blessing to see him. It was love. And you always want to know what he had going on next. You know what I'm saying? So, one day he came over and was playing some beats, and he left him. And I figured out how to, I made some calls.
So you left the beat with you was hearing them.
Yeah. I was like, man, I'm finna try to, rap on it. So I did it with some assistance of the Ron from 112 engineer. I would call him, hey man, how you hit this button? How you do?
So you was in the studio by yourself?
Yeah. I learned how to record like that.
Yeah.
So hood nigga, all them records I recorded
by yourself.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't in the room. I wasn't in the studio by myself.
But you was pressing.
I was pressing the button and recording.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you call your dog like? Did you write to the beat before you jumped to record?
No, I didn't learn how to do it. I changed so that the DATs with like 8-9 tracks on them. That you had to write then. But once I learned how to record and how they recording, I was like, oh, I ain't gotta write. I can sit right here and say how I want to, word for word, half a word. So I learned how to like place stuff and move stuff. I guess you would call that sound design without me even knowing that I'm taking up sound design and like structuring, understanding wave patterns, and frequencies from just staring at stuff for hours, just being intrigued. It was like a new toy. So I got that hood nigga was like the third record I did. But every time I finished one, I finished the first one. And
what the first one was called?
I can't even remember, bro.
Okay,
I can't even remember. But he was trying to sell it, and while he was negotiating, he was like, man,
Hood nigga or another song?
It was the first one I did.
Yeah.
He was like, man, do 2 more. I need this. This is what I got. Nigga named Blackjack, Boyz in the Hood, and was it was somebody else. It was like 3 artists that he was trying to sell the record to. So that's how I came up with Hood Nigga.
So basically, you was ain't trying to rap them. You was trying to just do them to sell them.
Hell no, I wasn't trying to rap. I had met all you. I knew like I don't want to do this. This is WWF. I don't want no parts. They don't turn out right neither. You know what I'm saying? I had seen the results.
Yeah.
So
early.
But we got that Hood Nigga record. It was just, hey, you gonna have to do it. I was trying to sell it to Block, and Block was like, nah, nigga, these niggas right there on.
And how you met Block? Through your the engineer?
Through Chris Flame, who did the beat. He went to Jock album release party to get the Block, and Block hit me early in the morning that day.
But how you got on that flow like that though? How you recorded all like that the same way it is, right? And so there was like them boys. He like them boys write their own stuff.
Yeah.
So what he told you?
He was like, Yeah, I was going over there thinking we finna sell the, you know, he finna get the record for Boys in the Hood. He was like, I like the record. But yeah. You got to do that. You got to do that. You know, the boy right there on shit. You got they ain't finna rap your shit. That's what you got to do. I don't want to be no rapper, man. I don't.
At that time, why you couldn't see yourself being a rapper?
I was too. What it is now, I'm real. So, you know, hey, whatever they got going on, I don't got that going on. I got this going on, and these folk don't want to hear about this shit I got going on.
Yeah.
They want that, and I ain't finna even act like I got that. Gonna stress me out. You know what I'm saying? These video, I didn't know all the smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
All the tricks of the trade, but I knew it was some bullshit, and I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be a part of it. But you know, fear, and you got to get over. You got to run through fear. You got to run things you don't understand. Face it. That's the only way, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't have that pattern of thinking then. Yeah.
So Block say, when he was saying you gotta do it, is he talking about like we gonna do a deal or like how was he giving you advice? Like what is he saying about it? He's saying you gotta do it. What he really
was
meant?
saying that you gonna have to be a rapper.
Yeah.
I mean, and
he felt like you had it, cause when you hear that song, that's what you gonna say.
He knew what he knew.
Yeah.
And it all lined up how it supposed to. It all worked out how it supposed to, and it never stopped working out like it supposed to. So, I think it was a lot of players. You know what I'm saying? A lot of very highly intelligent individuals that worked the play to get me in. Now I appreciate it. Great gratitude. And I'm forever thankful for that.
Yeah, thanks. So now, what y'all recorded? Do y'all do the video? Like, tell me the process of how you taking off.
I couldn't see a lot of the process.
Yeah.
My lens couldn't see behind the scenes. It's a lot of moving parts, always. Especially when you talking about looking from not even on the board. You the nigga sitting in the chair, moving pieces. How you gonna see that? You know what I'm saying? Unless you one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, but review 2020 hindsight is always, you can see more. I look back and I say, all right, well, I know they spent some. They did a whole lot of stuff. Now what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Unless you one of those. I didn't come with my own.
Yeah. Business.
Yeah, I didn't come on, so I wasn't privileged to something I wasn't negotiated. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So when did you realize it was being successful though? Like, you feel me? You recorded. Like, did y'all shoot the video or did?
Yeah, we shot the video.
Or it took the streets first, then y'all shot the video.
It took the streets. I knew it was gonna be some. I knew it was gonna be some when they started playing it everywhere. In the streets, and then I got the deal, and it was still moving, and they took it to the next level, and then the next level, and the radio, then more radio, and then now it's time to shoot the video, and when the video hit I think with BET, I knew then it was something. It was gonna be something crazy. Yeah, but my whole folks was like, I understood certain things. I understood like just regular life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever work you do, you gonna get paid from it. You know what I'm saying? You hear what is it? You see it before you hear it. Meaning, so say that you're getting paid is to hear. So you just seen somebody hit the bell, but you don't hear the bell until you hear it. So I knew like, okay, I see it. Damn, that shit took 8 months, 10 months, 11 months, 12. Oh, I'm glad I've been working, but I'm finna go in overdrive because I know all of this ain't gonna pay me till later. And these folks ain't gonna hear this record over here until whenever. So it all worked out. Just staying working, staying busy.
You remember your first show off that song? Like,
No, I don't.
You don't remember? It was so many shows though.
Yeah.
I'm talking about before the music video. Like, was any show? Was you getting
Yeah, it
shows?
was a lot. It was a lot of shows I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Just,
Like it was. Yeah, I don't remember that. It was most of the times. Yeah, you ain't gonna remember that stuff.
Mm-hmm. So you out there, you dropping like.
You don't know where you going. You don't know what city. You don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You really don't. You know, once the second or third time around, you're like, oh, I remember this. You know, I remember this city. I remember, you know what I'm saying, this restaurant. You know what I'm saying, or this, that, and the third. But a lot of places, I would put in a lot of predicaments. I would put in. It wasn't of my choosing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, of it not being on my, you know, and you not driving, you ain't setting up the deals, you not doing the negotiations, you really just. Damn, you really just like
They're like a pond.
Yeah, you are. You're a punk.
That's why I'm like, what's going down?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So, but like, damn it. So it was moving that fast. Dang.
Yeah.
Feel, man?
Yeah, you gotta have some, man. You gotta have some grace and some mercy for these new artists, especially if they doing well, and they ain't never stopped doing well. I don't care how powerful you are and how surrounded you are, and how smart, how able you are, because everybody ain't able, but how able that individual might be. Success within that tornado would eat away at the biggest.
And what about like how you met Young Jock? What was your relationship at Young Jock at that time? You know, you was on fire. He was on fire.
Yeah, he was on fire. Jock was out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was Jock would come in the studio, do his thing, and hit it, man. Home was like he had 2 buses outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Home was just he was moving at it. He was on superstar status at one point.
Okay.
Yeah, like Jock was like I don't think wasn't that bigger than Jock.
Yeah, Jock was killer. You feel me? So how y'all created We Poppin' Bottles though? We bottle popping. Yeah.
That was my boy. It slipped my mind right now. But producer, he took the sample from Hood Nigga.
That was smart too.
Yeah, it was a genius. Genius move. Dog dope. I apologize and slipping my mind. Yeah.
Yeah, so like what about cause I ain't gonna lie, you feel me, out of nowhere, when Boyz in the Hood was formed, it's like you was part of Boyz in the Hood out of nowhere too. I don't know if you were just featured on Boyz in the Hood album.
No, it was a second album. It was their second album.
Yeah, second album, yeah.
They brought me in to
To replace Jeezy.
Yeah. They were saying.
How you felt about that though?
I mean,
Was that a big truth on like shoot for you to feel? Cause you was coming with it though.
I can't no. The
wordplay was crazy.
I appreciate it. The whole thing with me, what I had to tell myself was like, I get the marketing, so you get the marketing. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that man like that. You ain't trying to fill no man's shoes.
Yeah.
You come to make if you got to do something, you're going to step in the mud yourself. You're going to leave your own footprint. If they want to compare it, that's on them. But you're going to step as hard as you can. And that's what I would get, and that's what I just try to capture my own essence and listen, to the advice. Cause them boys had already did. They knew what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate them. Cause that was you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a business. That's a brand. When you got a brand that accepts building another brand, like, you don't know how that brand gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it is. Facebook owns Instagram, right? Right. So Facebook, we gonna attach, but Instagram had already built this stuff up for the exit. I wasn't built up for the exit. Like, that was a chance, and a huge chance that they took based on what they knew that they could do. And I definitely didn't see that one. You know what I'm saying?
Like you said, everything was happening so fast.
Yeah, it was happening, all that. okay, yep. And you just, pray that everything, know that everything works out for the greater good. You know what I'm saying? Who believe, but really pray, because when you dealing with that speed and that, man, it can go sideways.
Mm-hmm. And like, what was your relationship with them boys, like Big Gid, Joe the Breeze at that time?
Brothers,
You feel me?
brothers, yeah. I mean, to this day, it's love. You know what I'm saying? For real.
And did you ever meet Jeezy in the studio?
Not in but in the studio before he was in Boyz n the Hood.
Yeah.
Like, he was, I don't know if he was finishing them. He was working on that 2 album, that two disc CD, or I used to go over there with my dog Woo.
Mm-hmm.
That 2 discs was already they was already out. He was working on that first mixtape. Man, yeah, that was a time, man. For real, watching what they were doing. Shawty Red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shawty was dropping them beats. Mm-hmm.
Man, Shawty felt was gonna be that dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he created a sound. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That everybody kind of like, he birthed the sound for Atlanta.
And why you think Boyz n the Hood, the group, ain't last?
I don't think it went nowhere.
Yeah.
I think, especially these days, it's timing. You know what I'm saying? If they want to bring it back, they can bring it back. The fans, you know what I'm saying? The fans, the people ain't. I don't think lost. Every time I go somewhere, they playing it.
Oh yeah.
So I think if them boys want to crank it back up, they crank it back up.
Can you see y'all getting together and do like a tour or some shows or
I
something?
definitely would. I definitely, you count me in. You know what I'm saying? For sure. I'm all anytime. You know what I'm saying? That's rooted music. You know what I'm saying? It's truth. Artist storytelling, like the flow, the bounce, the different contrasts, like the points of view, like it's grit. You know, that making that album, making those records was special. Special time for me.
And what was your relationship with Block, ENT though? The Block though.
Block was Block is like a big brother. You know what I'm saying? You got that wise big brother that know know a little bit more than everybody. Yeah, so it especially for me, it was like, you know what I mean, learning from everybody. It wasn't, I could just listen. You know what I'm saying, to him talk to somebody else and pull something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so
damn.
it wasn't really unless I really came and I asked questions. But it was you got tears of family got order. So, that wasn't a everyday combo. You know what I'm saying?
No, fast.
Right.
Yeah, no, but
At
at
that
that time,
time.
when putting that thing, orchestrate that was some big stuff to be doing.
Yeah, I can see it. I see it now. Yeah, for sure.
And what was your relationship with you and Gucci Mane, though, dog?
Man, I love Gucci. I love Gucci. Go up. Yeah, man, bro. Genius, bro. I mean, to me, he a genius. To me, he a genius, and he when he take a liking to you, like, he makes stuff happen. Dog make it happen, man. He make it happen for a lot of people. He helped me out as much as I allowed him to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that he seen, I couldn't fathom it. You know what I'm saying? There was a time, man, bro, I'm like, so like, why?
Well, he would say like what?
Like, offer, you know what I'm saying? Like, offers, trying to help me.
Yeah.
And the amount be so big, I was like, why? This don't make sense. And I run from it.
No.
I couldn't figure them out, and I ain't supposed to. Now I know, like, I wasn't there yet. You know what I'm saying? But looking back, like, bro, a genius, and that's what he do. You know what I'm saying? Home bless you. If he fuck with you, he gonna bless you.
You think that was something like you used to do a lot back then, like why
If I didn't understand,
like why this person trying to help me out for?
That was a survival mechanism, for survival thing for me. You know what I'm saying? It kept me, say out of trouble, but it kept you from, you know, survival. You know, it's big leagues out here. It's some big fields. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't ready to bat. I ain't mad at the decisions I made.
No, fast. And what about Diddy? Did you meet Diddy at that time? You know, I gotta ask. You know, like, cause you know he.
So I almost spit my water out.
Nah, you good. Cause you know he in the beginning of your what's his name? Hood figure you feel
that little monkey's like, oh.
Yeah, you feel you know if Diddy stamp it, that mean he fucking with it.
Yeah, I mean that time, man.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, block.
All he had to do was just sprinkle the Deshaun joint. You know, yeah. Puff.
So you ever been in the studio and you seen Puffy now?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you ever talk to Puff?
Yeah.
Like, what was the conversation? Like, you remember what conversation you had with Puff? Or he might have told you something. You know how he is.
Yeah. Puff talked fast. He talked fast. Most of the time he was he'll say something. I ain't really don't know. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even tell when Home was mad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I knew he was mad one time. I was smoking cigarettes. I was smoking Newports.
In the studio?
No. In the club under the little tent thing, and his baby mama, like, you know, it was like an all white party. And I'm like hanging off the side of the tent like a whole 8.
Yeah.
The ash and the smoke. He just looking at me like this.
The ashes falling on people?
Maybe. But I wasn't paying attention. I was standing on top of the couch, hanging on the thing, doing what I was taught to do.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand, like, hey, this is a setting you ain't never been in.
Yeah, this ain't the same type of.
Yeah, we ain't on that. Yeah.
And that was something he said, or that what you could just see from the eye?
That's what I could tell you with peace.
Yeah.
He was just looking at me like, nigga, you ain't gonna catch on. It wasn't until later when I got back to the studio, I think Block, like, he pulled me to the side. I was still pissed. I was like, damn, these nigga tell on you? What kind of nigga tell on you? You know what I'm saying? But I was like, first of all, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you got to make sure you get your hair cut and you can't be out there, you know what I'm saying, dressed in the car. I'm like, what wrong with what I had? I couldn't. It was all white party. I didn't have nothing for it. Yeah. I didn't even know what I was going to. But now, that's me looking back. I was just pissed. I'm like, damn, man, I went to the thing to show some love, and these folk didn't want me there. So I was pissed. I was like, I don't want to go part with them. They tell on you.
No, man. Go on that.
Yeah, no, it's you know, legit shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So you but when let's forward now, dog. When you seen,
I didn't know all that was coming.
No, nobody didn't know that was coming. But when you see them, do you think they like he deserved this, or they just trying to suffer another black man, though? What you think when you look at that Diddy situation, though, bro?
I think if you from the hood and you make a couple $100,000 and you sitting on them couple on liquid and you worked hard for it, you saved, you made the right parlay bets, whatever you did to get your money. Somebody, your old girlfriends and partners, they ain't got nothing to do with the money. Y'all just didn't start seeing eye to eye. They stay 2 streets down. Everybody, there's gonna be some disgruntled people. You know what I'm saying? Not liking how you kicking your kick. You know what I'm saying? And if Home, you know, if the numbers add up and Home would Billy Golden to be, it probably is a bunch of disgruntled people that he don't cross paths. You know what I'm saying? You cross enough people's path that, you know, when they get the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, that people like to kick you when you're down. I don't know if this is a public shaming. It's what it seems like to me. And it's also, I mean, I can look at it on the spiritual side. I feel like, you know, God cleaning up, because God, like, this music, you know what I'm saying? This is what we doing is His. You know what I'm saying? It's you know what I mean? So if he need to clean it up, you know, we still his folk, we still his children. If he need to clean it up, he gonna do a cleanup, and yeah, it's gonna embarrass you home because you knew better. You might have to move over to the side, let somebody else get that chair. You know what I'm saying? You know, get that spot. But it's also it gonna hit anybody that's a real one that was connected to any of that. It's gonna hit them in the heart, right? And that's gonna make them clean up their act. So all it took was, you know what I'm saying, thumping the head and the rest of the body. Hey now. You start, hey man, you know, cleaning up the act. So that, you know, it was a domino effect to clean up what we got going. But that's just my perspective. I don't wish no time on nobody. Yeah. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like don't let, like, the conditioning that we've been used to, like being known to, like, that ain't normal. That ain't for us. It ain't like, that is not what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't for. You don't wish that on no man. You know, sometimes you know, you play a certain way, pay a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But you know, everybody jumping out. You know, coming out, jumping out the window to come. You know, make sure bro got some. You know what I'm saying? I don't condone that. I ain't. Also, I'm not a judge and I'm not the judge. So
facts.
Yeah.
I just hope you feel me. Damn, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I'm saying they gave nigga Rico for Freaky Rico.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's how freaky you got to be. How him piss some folks off.
Dog. That's why my thing is, it like,
it gotta be more than money, bro.
Yeah.
It gotta be more than money. Cause get what? We gonna straighten that money. We gonna like, hey, bro. We gonna get some straightening. Or even if, you know, that ain't what we do, but if, you know, them folks suing, they sue each other. Like, get some straightening, but.
So he already got sued. Now it's like, it's looking at time now. You feel me?
And they trying to expose open up everything.
And then even if he beat it, nigga already got embarrassed. You put all my business out there, you feel me? It's like,
man, you don't think he can come back?
He like, come back, like, which one?
Come
back, which way? Nah, I think he could beat it, but.
No, I'm talking about, you think I'm saying, can he come back? Like, you know, bad boy.
Damn, I don't know, because look at Bill Cosby, it's like they done disappeared, that boy.
Man, but Bill, he like Bill, his time might have been up. Nah, I don't think, man. When he walked past them cameras and did that little move, like, no, Bill's thing, I don't know, man.
But how you go back and get somebody from some shit 20, 30 years ago on some he say, she say with no evidence though, bro? That's crazy.
I don't know.
That's how they doing it now. Female just saying with no evidence.
They ain't doing. They only doing it with. They doing it for the money for the suit, right? And once you get the civil, like, they, you know what I'm saying, the money, then them other folks, you know what I'm saying, start, and there's too many people trying to come get some money, then it turns something.
Yeah, turn to Jerry Springer. So once they getting that money, like, bitch, this happened to me too.
Yeah, that Me Too movement. I mean, I can't say nothing because it's a lot of twisted activity going on Earth, period. But when you add power and money, and then like the dynamic of, I'm gonna go, excuse my language, but I'm gonna go throw my pussy around from floor to floor until I get to the level out. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, the culture, which, you know, in between that, you know, you might have, you know, things get twisted. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that. Especially when, you know, that ain't the culture. That ain't gonna be the culture. I won't listen. Shit, well, we know we were. If you ain't on the frequency, you don't go play on the level you're supposed to play at. You know what I'm saying? Your lady parts ain't gonna buy you a free trip.
That shit crazy. Cause I even look at like how was it as dangerous as it was back when you was doing your thing? Like look at that Thugger and Lucha situation. Like niggas getting all this money and Thugger damnly got shipped out of there. Then Lucha just coming home. It was like, was it that worse back then when y'all was doing your thing, or it just wasn't so much social media?
I don't know how bad it was.
I was in their own zone, yeah.
Nah, I kind of be in my own area. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how bad it was. Mm-hmm. I think social media, technology always is gonna add to it. So that's what on any stage, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere when you add in technology, the electricity, it travel fast. You know what I'm saying? You had to spin, and let it ring, right? And then you had to spin, let it ring. You know what I'm saying? Let it ring. You boop, 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 let it ring. Now you can just talk to it. You know what I'm saying? And some folks, they linked to it. You know what I'm saying? Permanently. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't doing nothing. But it's been here. You know what I'm saying? It's been here. We just, grace with being allowed the time and space to tap into it. But yeah, everything ain't nothing new up on the sun.
No, fast. And then you doing your thing. What made you leave the label?
Shit, the label left. No, yeah. I think.
What, the block shut down? Like what happened?
No, Puff moved from Bad Boy
South. Yeah.
Bad Boy moved from Atlantic to like Interscope.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it. I don't think nobody knew it. And I don't do it. He was grown. He businessman doing his own thing. But that left. They wasn't the only one. Like it was a lot of shifting in the game. And that left a lot of imprint labels in pause and in limbo, and it definitely left a lot of artists in limbo, being moved to different different labels, different umbrellas, different situations. In that space, they only kept a certain amount of artists and the A-list artists. You know what I'm saying? They kept, you know what I'm saying? I think that Atlantic, it was T.I., Plies, Flo Rida. There was only a couple artists that they kept as they top tier artists, that they're core artists, and everybody else had to kind of they were moving everybody to different places. That was definitely, and Atlanta was definitely separate from Warner. And they had their folks. So
when you was with Block NT and Diddy, you was with Atlantic too?
Atlantic, Bad Boy, Block.
Yeah.
Gorilla Zoe.
Yeah, Gorilla Zoe. You feel me? Oh yeah, I got to ask you that, dog. Being from Florida, right? Your name was Gorilla Zoe. A lot of us in Florida thought you was a Zoe.
Yeah.
You ever got that?
My whole adulthood.
Yeah, you feel me? You feel me?
Yeah. Well,
how you got that name? Because I ain't gonna lie, in Florida, niggas thinking, boy, that nigga Zoe, boy. Nigga named Gorilla Zoe, man.
Well, my whole thing was standing on what's real, right? And what's real is subject to what you know. So when they I'm like, no, I ain't Haitian.
Yeah.
I know I ain't Haitian. I know that I don't know what I am.
Okay, then.
Right, that part, right? But I didn't know to say that, and I couldn't even fathom. But when I was working at the music store, Rick them. Now home them, they home. I think like Trinity, Trinity. Trinidad. They wrote my name, they designed my name, man. They put an E on the end of it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even used to being, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, but hey, I don't want that because I ain't never been to Florida.
Yeah.
My name, that look like Zoe and I ain't, you can't, I ain't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't need that to eat. Boy, they kept it on there. And it, you know, it's stuck up.
They know why they kept it? Like, did you like the name? Like, was it Gorilla? Like,
no, it was just Zoe.
It was just
Zoe. It was just Zoe, Lil Zoe.
Mm-hmm. That really would have been. They would have thought you hated.
When I was in Job Corps, that's what they would call it, like Lil Zoe.
Yeah.
It was a nigga from Miami. They had like the Miami dorm was right there. Our dorm right here, Atlanta dorm, and then Miami dorm was right here. Miami and Jamaica. Like they was in the same dorm. And it was and then it was a Miami dorm. They had two dorms. It was a Miami dorm here and a Miami. They the only ones that had two dorms. A Miami dorm right here, an Orlando dorm. But all these niggas had like mouth full of goals,
big bone,
wigs. I ain't never seen like no shit. At that point in time in my life, I'm like, these niggas different than them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But they would all come up and meet, and these little niggas would come skipping.
Yeah, dancing, joking.
That's how them niggas walk. They skip when they walk. They were like little skipping, walking little niggas. Like, right? And one nigga, Zoe 84. That was them. D-boy, what's up? Damn, I'm taking it back. Come on. Damn, not Carol City.
Lower Haiti? Not Lower Haiti.
There's another.
Opalaco?
One of the niggas that was from Little Haiti. The big nigga down from Little Haiti. And the little niggas from Little Haiti. Another part, like something city in Miami.
Not Carol City?
It wasn't Carol City, it was another city.
Liberty City?
Liberty City.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liberty City. Yep, they were from Liberty City. And they ain't even kick it with the Orlando dome.
Yeah.
They had their own. Everybody had their own vibes. Yeah. So yeah, that Zoe thing was from all the way from Job Corps.
All the way to the music game. You kept hearing that. Damn, you Zoe?
No, it was like, giving me the name.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I got to Miami, before I got to Miami, Block put me on the phone with somebody. I couldn't really hear it. I couldn't hear what he was saying. But every so often, this dude, whoever this old guy was, sometimes I heard him, sometimes I couldn't hear with too much noise. But just call and check on me. You know what I'm saying? So I said, man, I'm just gonna carry the name with the best I can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I really hold it with the utmost esteem now.
Okay then.
Yes, sir.
Nah, that's good right there, dog. So, then what I was gonna say too? It was one more I was gonna say too, dog. Like, oh yeah, when you dropped that, it looked like you know that with Future with Wayne. You feel me? Like, was it the same label or was it a different label at that time?
Same label.
Same label, okay.
Yeah, Block did that.
And at that time, you feel me? Like, you feel me? That's when you say you started really thinking, switching shit up, basically.
Yeah, I was learning. I was learning, like I was being, you know what I'm saying? Can't do nothing but soak it up. And things were happening in my life, and then I'm meeting a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, good, great guys, but they got these pain stories. And it's like, it's starting to weigh heavy on me. And I'm drinking lean at this time.
Nah, you got into the lean?
That whole album.
Who introduced you to the lean? Or lean started taking over Atlanta too?
I got on when I was in Houston.
Yeah, Houston, yeah. You was over there.
I was in Houston.
You tried that. You remember the first time trying it?
No. Yeah and no. Yeah and no. I wonder if was I with maybe DJ Technique was my DJ. I remember that. Yeah, Technique was my DJ. It was early. But I'm glad I tried. It wasn't hard to get off of for me. For me, you know what I'm saying. I did it for that probably 2 years. You know what I'm saying. It changed my music. It changed, you know. That's where that album came from.
Okay then.
Pain.
And then, I ain't gonna lie, this is one of my last questions too, dog. It was a performance. I don't know. Did the guy get you upset? It looked like you got into it with somebody in the crowd. You was performing somewhere.
That was security.
That was security? Oh, yeah, I think it was.
So what happened was...
Yeah, what happened with that one? You messing up your vibe?
I didn't even notice it. I was performing, and my partner hit me. You could see him hit me, like he hit me. I'm like, man, you know, it don't matter. What we doing? And he... Like, I'm trying to perform what we're doing. Yeah. And like, this is odd. This is what I'm pulling. And I turn around and I'm looking at him. He like, man, they keep messing with Coney.
It's like another homeboy.
Yeah. So I look over and they dragging Coney. Like, they got Coney in the full Nelson.
Damn.
Dragging him like, or something like, you know what I'm saying? So I stop it and do like, oh, we didn't know, you know. And then okay, let's keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Boom, we keep it going. And probably into the next song, they don't grab him again, but I see him surfing.
Now, why they grabbed him again?
I don't know what it was, but they had some. He with us.
Yeah.
He with us, man. Like, you see, he with us. Like, why y'all keep trying to drag homes off the stage? Who letting you nick fam? So now I'm arguing with these folks, and you know, it was just a whole that part. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all know Gorilla Zoe. Y'all don't know like. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to make it out of here, bro. Y'all finna feel this. So it was kind of like a survival thing where, like, we in y'all stuff, y'all keep attacking us. I'm gonna fight to get my, you know, we gonna fight for our life to get out of here.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
What city that was?
It was Hilton Head.
What is
Hilton
that?
Head on South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Like a little island. They banned me. They banned
me.
They banned me
So
for
right
a
now?
while. I wish they I mean, you know, it's gonna be a different. It's gonna be a different spin back, especially going back to Hilton Head, knowing what I know, and not being a jit. You know what I'm saying? Understanding. You know what I'm saying? The history of that place. Being well educated now. And fully walking in the space I'm walking in. Oh, they got my ego would like to go back, but business wise, you know what I'm saying. I have, you know, if I'm called, I come. I ain't got no problem. But my ego definitely want to go back. Type shit.
What's going on? You feel me? So, but what about now? What we pushing? What can they be looking for? What's the, you feel me? What's the mode? What's the vibe?
Yeah. So welcome to the zoo. You know what I'm saying? 2. Expect that to drop this fall. This summer, Feline Frenzy. We're dropping the album. The first single off the album called Stampede. That'll be dropping within the next 4 weeks. Like I said, Female Frenzy, Welcome to the Zoo 2, leading up to Touch the World. You know what I'm saying? Touch the World into Incarnation. You know, that's what you're looking at from here until next summer. Feline Frenzy, Welcome to the Zoo 2, Touch the World, and Incarnation. Okay
then, man. Y'all know what it was, man. Had to bring that boy through. Let him know one more time who my guest was.
You already know it's your big guy, Gorilla Zoe. You know, Tippie Toe, this my brother, family.
Had to turn up, boy. Made a move.
Appreciate it. Yes,
Man, you
sir.
already know. Appreciate y'all the next time, man. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, man. Glee.
Hey.
Getting money, serving glee, like the nigga off Tippie Toe.